Happy New Year! Woo! Hey, I hope you guys had a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. My name is Detective Case Clues, and here is my mini detective, Megan. And do you know what? We love looking into the Bible. And now we're going to be starting a new series in the book of John.
People are talking. This is big. They say it's sweeter than honey. They say it's more precious than gold. Who are they? And what is this Bible they're talking about? What a mystery. They say it's a book, and that God speaks through it. Well, it's a good job I'm called Detective Case Clues. I do love a good case, and I always find all the clues. Now, where is my magnifying glass? I'm sure I left it around here somewhere. Aha! I knew it. It was in my other hand the whole time. Another case solved. No time to lose. Let's get to the office and investigate this golden book.
Hey Megan, I hear that there's someone in our church who's done something really, really incredible. I'm going to FaceTime them. Hello, who's this?
Hi Case, it's me, Martin. I'm Jackson and 𝗙𝗯𝗀𝗀 dad. Did you know that in 2019 I ran the London Marathon?
The London Marathon? Are you sure? That's like running around Sefton Park like 11 times. Maybe you just got lost on the way to the shops?
No Case, look, it really happened. I bought train tickets to get to London, a hotel for the night, and look, here's a map of London.
Well, the London Marathon is in London, and it looks like you went there, but maybe you were just sightseeing.
Well, okay, I did the race for charity, and they gave me this running vest with my name on, look. And I also bought some special shoes that would go the distance.
So, it looks like you have definitely done some running, and you were in London, but how can we be sure that it was the London Marathon?
I know, Case. What if I show you the official race number they gave me before the start? And then, when I crossed the finishing line, they gave me this finisher's medal.
Wow, it's getting pretty convincing. 3 pieces of evidence suggest that you went to London, did some running, and got a finisher's medal. Though, I suppose it's possible you just bought it on eBay.
Look, Case, there's one more thing. There's a photo. I'll send it to you. Speak soon.
Wow, Megan, that's amazing. So Martin really did the marathon. And we saw that because of all the evidence they showed. And do you know what? That's a bit like our series that we're looking at in the book of John. You see, Jesus did 7 signs which were like evidence about who he was, proving that he is God's son, that he's God's king. And we're going to be looking over the next 7 weeks at each of those signs. And so this week, we're looking at the first sign. We're going to be investigating the evidence of who Jesus is. And the first sign can be found in John chapter 2. So if you'd like to follow along and you'd like to get your own Bible, why don't you pause the video now and come back when you're ready. Otherwise, you can just listen along. Okay, are you ready? So we're going to be reading from John chapter 2, and we're going to help our story by using 𝗙𝗪𝗪. Okay, so here we go. Let's investigate the first sign. On the 3rd day, a wedding took place at Cana in Galilee. Jesus' mother was there, and Jesus and his disciples had also been invited to the wedding. Right, Megan, we need to make a wedding. So we have our wedding set up. Megan, do you want to tell us who everyone is?
This is Jesus.
Jesus.
This is Jesus' mummy.
Okay.
This is the bride.
Yep.
This is Jesus' disciple.
Yeah, and this guy here, he's the host, isn't he? He's the host of the party. Now, look, it's a wedding party. Now, Megan, can you think of a party, like the best party you've been to?
I've been to Clip and Climb.
Clip and Climb. Have you been to Clip and Climb? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
And was there any food, any like party food or
Yeah.
anything? What did you have for your food?
Pizza, lots of pizza.
Pizza, lots of pizza, excellent.
And I have a Clip and Climb chocolate cake.
No way, that sounds amazing. Okay, well maybe you have been to a really good birthday party. Why don't you take a minute just to think about what the best birthday party was that you've been to and tell the people you're with at the moment. Right, well let's keep reading and see what happens. Okay, it says this: when the wine was gone, Jesus' mother said to him, "They have no more wine." "Woman, why do you involve me?" Jesus replied, "My hour has not yet come." Oh dear, this is bad, Megan.
Yeah.
This is really bad, because the wine was gone. I mean, Megan, how would you feel if at your party all the pizza went? Like there was no pizza and no cake?
I'll feel sad.
Feel sad, wouldn't it? Do you know what? This is even more important that they don't run out of wine at this sort of party. This would have been really embarrassing. And I reckon Mary, Jesus' mother, felt like she needed to help the host. And she felt sorry for the host that all the wine had gone, and that's why she asked Jesus to help. But Jesus seemed to think that there was something more important that she needed to do. Okay, well let's keep reading and see what happens. Okay. His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." Now let's get some servants, Megan. Shall this be a servant? Yeah? So maybe she can talk to some servants, like over here. Yeah? Oh, here we go. Right, here we go. So here we go. We've got Mary, Jesus' mother, and the servants. And what does she say? She says, "Do whatever he tells you." Okay, so they then go over to Jesus, don't they? And what does he say? Let's have a little look at the next verse. Nearby stood 6 stone water jars, the kind used by Jews for ceremonial washing, each holding from 80 to 120 litres. Jesus said to the servants, "Fill up the jars with water," and so they filled them to the brim. Okay, so this is a bit like what, I'm going to put a picture on screen, what these jars looked like, okay? They were huge. Do you know, each jar was about, when you fill your bath about halfway, that's about as much water that there was in each jar. And they had 6 of them. So that's about 3 baths full of water. So I've got my own jar here. Okay, and so what did Jesus say to the servants to do? What did he tell them to fill these jars with, Megan? Do you remember?
Water.
With water. Jesus said, "Fill the jars with water." So they filled them to the brim. Here we go. Dug, 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 dug. Right, there we go. He filled them to the brim. And then let's read on. And he said, "Now draw out some of it and take it to the master." Take it to this guy. And so they did so. So let's have a little look. Whoa. Okay. And then the master, well, he tasted the water. And do you know what he tasted? Let's have a read. The master tasted the water and it had been turned into wine. He did not realise where it had come from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew. Then he called the bridegroom aside. So here he goes. He says, "Come with me." Here he is. "Come with me." What does he say to them? Let's have a look at the next verse. He called the bridegroom aside and said, "Everyone brings out the choice wine first, and then the cheaper wine after the guests have had too much to drink. But you've saved the best wine until now." So Jesus made 6 baths worth of water into the best wine ever. Do you know what? This is a bit of a trick. I put some squash in here earlier. But Jesus didn't use a trick. Jesus actually made water into wine, into the best wine ever. He did a miracle. He did something amazing. He turned loads and loads of water into the best wine ever. So what happens next? Well, let's read the next verse in verse 11. What Jesus did here in Cana of Galilee was the first of his signs through which he revealed his glory, and the disciples believed in him. So look, here we go. Here's the disciples, and once they saw this amazing sign, this amazing miracle, they believed in Jesus. They believed in who he was, that he was the Son of God. But do you know what? Jesus wanted to tell people something much bigger than this, okay? He didn't just come to change water into wine. He wanted to invite people to an even better party in heaven. You see, this wine, this amazing party, is a bit like a picture of something much, much, much better. You see, the party in heaven is going to be amazing. Jesus' party, well, you're never ever going to run out of pizza, Megan. You're never going to run out of anything. He gives generously to everyone who believes and trusts in him. Do you know what? We've just had Christmas, haven't we? And did you get any presents?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, getting presents is really lovely, isn't it? It's really nice for people to be generous to you. But do you know what? Jesus is even more generous than those people. Jesus invites you to an amazing party and gives us everything we need. And do you know what? We can look forward to that party in heaven right now. Isn't that amazing, Megan?
Yeah.
Do you know what? There are 6 more signs that we're going to look at in the book of John, in the Bible. And I hope you come back to look at all of them, looking at who exactly Jesus is. But for now, we can thank God that Jesus really is God's King, because he invites us to the best party in the world ever. Well, why don't you pause the video now and share one thing that you're looking forward to about that party in heaven? And why don't you pray? Why don't you thank God for Jesus, that he invites you to this amazing party? Well, to remember this story, you might want to do what we've done. You might want to set up some Lego or Duplo pieces, and you can move the pieces around and tell your grown-ups what happens in this story. The other way you can do it is with some craft, and Megan's going to show you something that she's made. Megan, do you want to show everyone what's happening here?
I made that Jesus turned water into wine.
Isn't that cool? So that's on the website that you can download, you can colour in and make just like Megan's done. Thanks very much, Megan. And there are also some activity sheets that you can do as well. Well, it's been great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. We've been looking at this first exciting sign that Jesus has done. And just as I leave, we've got 2 questions for you. Number 1, Jesus turned water into wine. An amazing, impossible miracle, right? Number 1, when you think about that, what do you think it shows you? What do you think it shows us about who Jesus is? And number 2, Jesus is going to throw the biggest party in the world in heaven and invites you to it. Are you excited? Well, it's time for us to go, and we'll see you soon. Bye!